write a speech, but as I was telling my beautiful tape that I was sitting with, Steve Jobs said, if you love what you do, you don't need a speech, you just speak. So tonight, first and foremost, I want to thank Faces and Voices of Recovery for this great opportunity to stand here before you tonight. My name is Rondell Johnson. I am a person who has survived the crack cocaine epidemic of Washington, D.C., and I stand here to tell you this is what recovery looks like. Let's get to the fun part. I am a mother of 3 adult children and the grandmother of 13 grandchildren. My children couldn't be here tonight because they had to babysit. So, hi Jeffrey, Jamar, and Jasmine, and thank you. When you think about recovery, you think about people suffering in silence. So I want to ask everyone in the audience tonight, if you had to choose between an addiction disorder or a mental health disorder, which one would you choose? That question came to me as I was in the psych ward 6 different times because everybody wanted to label me as an addict, but they never understood I was suffering with addiction. And I was also suffering with suicidal ideation. No one took the time to ask a person in addiction why you're going through what you're going through. So, in the psych ward, there were people who were doctors, lawyers, there were people who were professionals, such as yourself, who could not tell their story. They told me to tell their story. So I stand here tonight telling the story of those who suffer in silence. No one asked to be an addict. No one asked to understand why a person suffers with depression. So I took it upon myself to learn more about addiction and mental health because they were fighting each other in my life. I was depressed because my mom, my sister, I want to acknowledge my sister who is my +1 tonight, Vakisa. She came from loving parents. My mom was 15, my dad was 17, and he made a promise to my mother. Miss P, he called her. I cannot give you steak right now, but one day I'll give you, he told her, I'll give you hot dogs and beans right now, but one day I'll buy you steak. They made a commitment to love each other. They made a commitment that family is first. So, I didn't come from a dysfunctional family. I didn't come from peer pressure, people using drugs. It happened. I was 8 years old when I started smoking marijuana. Children are suffering, and we need to address why. See, in the Black community, it was taboo to talk about, oh, your child has an addiction, or if your child is suffering with depression. No, we don't talk about that in our community. But now we can talk about it. So I have taken on becoming an advocate for change for those who suffer in silence. See, everybody can't tell you that they